Hey Ignition families, Pastor Nick here. I am so glad that you're joining us, that your teenager is checking out Ignition, and it is tough right now. It is tough to be a teenager in 2020, and it's tough to be a parent in 2020, or a guardian in 2020 as well. And so I am so glad that you're here. I don't think it's an accident that you're here and that your teenager is checking out Ignition. I think God is up to some big stuff. And what if this year, instead of it just being that year that everybody looks back as like, oh, that was rough, what if this was a turning point that God was not causing but leveraging in the life of your teenager and the life of your family? I just believe it's not an accident that you're here. And so here's what I want to do. I want to take the next 5 minutes. And typically on the first night of Ignition, we invite parents to come into the building, and there's a portion of the night where the students go off and do something fun, and the parents all sit down with me for 30 minutes for a parent meeting. I'm going to reduce that to 5 minutes. You've already looked at the timestamp to see if I went long. I am a preacher, so who knows? I'm about to find out if I go long. We'll see. So I want you to stick with me because I'm going to save you a bit of time. I'm going to save you some emails, and it's going to make your teenager's experience at Ignition all the more safer and all the more transformational. So first thing I want to get out of the way, I'm not going to put in this video a description of the different programming offerings and all the details there. That's on our website, and I'll put a link below. You can check that out if you have questions on that, or reach out to me after you've looked at our website. The other thing is I want you to know that in this COVID-19 season of uncertainty, we take safety, and not even just in this season, just generally, we take safety very seriously. No one who feels unsafe has a heart that's open to God's transformation. So we view that as mission critical. All of those details for what we're doing to make in-person ministry safe for students, you can find that in the Ignition FAQ and the HOPES COVID-19 policies that are linked below in the description. Okay, I want to tell you about three things in the next less than 3 minutes. I want to tell you about three things that I think if you do, it will change the trajectory of your teenager's experience throughout high school, actually, and really beyond high school. And it all has to do with how you as a parent or a guardian relate to Ignition. The first one is, I want to ask you to read my email. I know, it's crazy. I ignore emails too, like that. But I want you to actually take a minute to do it. Here's why. My promise to you is to keep it about 10 sentences. That's pretty short. And I'm going to send you time-sensitive information, and I'm going to send you resources, one of which I'm really excited about, called Family Dinner Night. Check that out. It'll be my first email coming next week, and I'll send one out each week. So please read that. It's going to be time-sensitive stuff. It's going to be stuff that's going to make your life as a parent or guardian a lot easier as you support your teenager's faith journey. The second thing I want you to know about is students are, they're teenagers, so they're very likely to say at some point, oh, Ignition's different, or, I just don't want to go tonight. I want to encourage you to have them go anyway. And here's why. Usually when a student is saying that, there's a reason for it. Either there's some relationship at Ignition that needs to be resolved, or there's some stress or pain or difficulty that they feel like they need to go fix instead of bringing it to God. And so Ignition is an oasis in the middle of the week for students to do just that. And so usually when someone's saying, I want to skip, that's actually a moment where they probably need Ignition even more that night. And not Ignition as a ministry, they need Jesus even more that night. So I just want to encourage you, you're the one that's going to know what is best for your teenager. So you have full permission to make the right choice there, but I just want to encourage you, you can support them still attending even when things get crazy. It's a crazy season, they're gonna feel that. So that's the second thing. The first thing was read my email, you'll get the stuff you need to know. The second thing is support them attending consistently, and the third thing is I want you to pray. I want you to pray for the staff, I want you to pray for teenagers. Teenagers are having a lot harder time than they're letting on right now. And I want you to pray about volunteering, getting involved. If you pray about it and you think God's not leading you to it, don't do it. But if you pray about it and you think God's calling you to at least check out the volunteer form linked below, check that out. We have in-person options, we have online options, we have working directly with students, socially distanced with mask options, we have behind-the-scene options. So just pray about it. I just hit the 5-minute mark, and I'm a preacher and I go long. So I gotta say this, you're not alone. If you're feeling like this is tough, life is tough, being a parent right now is tough, it's because you're normal. And I want you to know that we have your back, but more importantly, Jesus has your back. And so we're honored to walk with you in this difficult season and support your family through whatever it is that your family is going to walk through, good times or bad times. And so we care about you. Reach out if you have further questions or if there's something that we can do to care for you. But I just, now I'm really going long. I just want to say a prayer. I want to pray over you because you have such an important job as a parent or guardian of a teenager. So Jesus, bless this family. Bless them richly with your love, that they would overflow. And this season would not be a season that is just down and out, but a season that's a turning point where their family experiences a transformation maybe they weren't even expecting because of your great love. And we ask this blessing in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Amen. All right, we'll see you guys later. Take care.